Alright, Shalom brothers and sisters in the street. I'm your brother Muatu Adawan coming to you again for another lesson. Well, actually, this is Camp coming from the city of San Jose, California. And as you know, we're going into the Sabbath, new moon. So you're going to keep your commanded by your house to keep these days holy. So out here, today I'm going to be going through a couple of scriptures, a couple of books today. Various topics to bring it out here to some of our people out here who are lost. Obviously, you know, to the left, as usual, you know, Esau has this little camp set up here where he entices Jake to come over to get something. And then over there to my right, you have the Epistle Church that comes out here, you know, when it's nice and sunny. Of course, they weren't here last week when it was raining. You know, to where they set up the buffet table and have people come over there to listen to that nice, joyous sound here. So, without further ado, I'd like to start off by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Double honor to the teachers and elders, apostles from Great Millstone, the brothers out there that are putting on this truth faithfully daily, and to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in, Shalom. So today, let's get started here. So, you can come out here every weekend and talk to these hard-headed Hebrew Israelites, so-called Latinos, Blacks, Native Americans, and Negroes here in this country, and they don't care. The reason why they don't care is because you have a festive time going on right now, which is, well, you're going into the year 2022, and while a lot of people are making making new ambition for this year, you know, get a new job, you know, maybe get married, have kids, you know, buy a new house, new car, all those things, lose weight. What they haven't put in their mind is that Yahweh Shai is calling his people back. It's calling his people back, and it is falling on their fear. Let's start off with 1 Peter 5, starting verse 6. And this is the book of Peter, 1 Peter chapter 5, starting verse 6. Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And who is this devil that is roaming about to seek to whom he may devour? It is your enemy, the one that has put you in captivity. Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, that have hung your forefathers from trees, your foremothers, your sisters and brothers from trees, beat, rape, pillage, and destroy the tribe of Gad, known as the Native Americans here in this wicked queendom. But he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve right now. Okay? He's got you asleep. It's a New Year's. And what you're going to do in these New Year's, you're going to self-exalt yourself, making promises to yourself that you don't have the ability to keep. Because you don't know if you're going to be waking up tomorrow. You don't know what the future holds for you. So you're not putting your trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You're putting it in what Esau has for you, which is Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. Now get out there and continue in your wickedness. Whom resisted steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So the minute you start to think that you're the only one that's getting affliction, there are many of the brothers that are getting this affliction. And really this is only for those who are part of the spiritual elect, those who know who they are, those who are returning back to Yahweh Shai. For the rest of you that choose to live in this life, this does not apply to you. Continue in your wickedness. Continue putting that crack pipe in your mouth. Continue putting that weed in your mouth. Continue masturbating to male porn, the sodomite porn. Continue to be a sodomite in this wicked nation. This does not apply to you. This applies to men with a king mentality. Those that want to get out of great Babylon. Those are sick and tired of the oppression of the so-called white man. And he's not white. Let's continue. But the God of grace, who had called us unto his eternal glory by Yahweh Shai Mashiach, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. So basically, here's the deal. No matter how tough it is for you, no matter how much you feel like you're going to be seduced by this wicked queendom and its wicked ways, Yahweh Shai is reaching out for you. He's raised the men, 144,000 servants of Yahweh Shai are out there day and night to bring this true gospel out to you so that you can return back to your king who's coming soon. Let's go into the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, starting with verse 1. The book of Isaiah, chapter 3, starting with verse 1. For behold, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, who you people ignorantly call God and Jesus, doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. Now what is that talking about? Sooner or later, there won't be a table out here for you to get something to eat. Sooner or later, those grocery stores will empty out. Sooner or later, that welfare will stop. Sooner or later, Yahweh Shai will remove his mercy from the tribe of Israel, which is you so-called Latinos, you so-called blacks, you so-called Native Americans. And you can go a little further into that, you so-called Mexican, the tribe of Issachar. And the rest of you folks that thinks you're Southern Americans from Panama all the way down to Argentina and the speckled birds across this earth. Yahweh Shai is going to take away those goods from you. See, right now you're putting your trust in the so-called white man because he's the hand that feeds you. So you're unwilling to bite the devil's hand because right now he has a tangible product in his hand, and that's food, maybe a little bit of yay, yo-yo, a blunt here and there, and maybe a couple dollars in your pocket. But that's going to end because the judgment starts with the house of Israel. It doesn't matter what he does for you, the judgment will start with Israel. So you will be living in horrible distress. No food, which will cause you to turn to crime, of which the same white man that put the food in your mouth will put a gun in your mouth and put you down because you're disrupting his life. But Yahweh Shai is going to bring you to that point because you don't heed the words. You don't heed the warnings. You have your trust in Egypt, which is known as America, aka Great Babylon. The mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient, the captain of 50 and the honorable man and the counselor and the cunning anticiper and the eloquent orator. So what is that talking about? Now mind TD Snakes, Creflo Dollar, Magic Johnson, who is it? All these guys are these guys who seem to be like millionaires, who seem to have it. The fact is, you cannot escape the judgment of Yahweh Shai. You cannot escape the judgment. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. The same way we did not escape the judgment from Deuteronomy 28, which said that if we do not change from our wicked ways, that we will go into slavery. And we did go into slavery. You see it in the movies, you see it on the posters, you read it in the books, you study it in school. And right now the so-called white man is still trying to apologize for it. Although he doesn't mean it, he's trying to apologize for it. Because why? He understands that he too will go into slavery for 1,000 years and be dealt with the exact same oppression, except it will be double as it was to us. So it doesn't matter what your status is in life. Yahweh Shai is going to bring you down and take that stupid Negro, Latino, and Native American pride out of your body and humble you until you are dead. Let's go into the book of Proverbs. Let's go into the book of Proverbs, starting with verse 22. The book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs. Slakia. The book of Proverbs. Book of Proverbs, chapter 29, starting with verse 22. And it reads, an angry man stirred up strife, and a furious man abound in transgression. So, who's that angry man? Can someone tell me who's that angry man? Who's the angry man that stirred up strife? And what is strife? Trouble, confusion, stress. Who stresses you out? Who makes you angry? Name that person that makes you angry. That would be no other person than Esau, the so-called white man. Let's read it again. An angry man stirred up strife, and a furious man abounded in transgression. Meaning this person continuously do wickedness. And what are some of those wickedness? For example, you need to get the charisma in your body. You need to bow down to mandates. Your livelihood is threatened because you refuse to bow down to mandates. You will not have a job. Okay? They put in your head in the media every single day that there is this great pandemic with no evidence and no proof. But see, most of you don't care. You would live in La La Land. Someone drink some music, some guitar for you, hit those tambourines, and tell you it's all good. As long as they bring some cookies and some food and water for you, it's all good. And that's the level we are right now in Israel. At the absolute bottom, a base. Let's continue. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall be upon the humble in spirit. Whoso is partnered with a thief hated his own soul. He heareth cursing and bewailed it not. So if you're a part of this system, you know, you want to smoke a crack, you want to smoke a pipe, and then go watch the game. Guess what? Those guys, they spend years building their skills so that they can go play and make the money. And all you're doing is man worship. Man worship. When you sit down and you're watching some guy dunking the ball, catching a freaking doggone ball made out of pigskin, grab ass, homo games like football, okay? That's man worship. Those are low-level gods that you are worshiping. And what did Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, who you know is Jesus and God, said? Thou shalt have no other God before me. No idols. So that's what you're doing. So you are definitely a sodomite if you're sitting down there idolizing some nigga running up on the court, dribbling the damn ball. You couldn't get more simple than that shit. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso put his trust in the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai shall be safe. You bend your knees to the so-called white man. You tremble before him. That's why you're so willing to obey all his wicked decrees. You're so willing to fall flat on your face and go, yes, master, I will do exactly what you say. I'm here to tell you that there are men that will go to the grave, to the death, and tell that white man to go fuck himself. We will not bow to him. And we are telling you not to bow to him. He's nothing. He's a base. And so on he will be beneath our feet, us servants, for 1,000 years. That's just the way it is. So when you have fear of a cave beast that have oppressed your damn people, that deem that you are worthless, and think that he can finesse you with $2 and some cookies and water, understand that men have been raised up. We don't give two fucks about him. And if you stand with him, We don't give two fucks about you. We don't need cowards. We need men, soldiers, servants of Yahushai. Those snare that you're caught up in is getting up. It is already here. It is already here. Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment cometh from the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let me read that again to you in case you don't understand. Many seek the ruler's favor. That means you're ass kissing. Anytime you are bowing down to the so-called white man, you are ass kissing. You are ass kissing to your damn oppressor. You kiss his ass because you have a fear for him. You don't have a fear for the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who created you, who have you in the condition that you're in right now, which is hell. Look at you, man. Look at you. You think this is as far as you can get in life? You accept this shit? While your enemy lays comfortably in the bed, eating the best food, drinking the best wine. He doesn't have anything to worry about in his kingdom, but here you are, fearing him, refusing to bow down to your Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and return as kings. With a rulership mind, you accept the position you're in because you want to kiss his ass. Let's continue. An unjust man is an abomination to the just. They are just, they're an abomination. LGBTQ, every doggone wickedness that you can think of, this man brings out. A sodomite, a rapist, a pedophile, a thief, and a murderer. He's an abomination to the righteous. And we're out here to bring out this gospel and let the white, so-called white man know you are going to be judged horribly, terribly, and you will be put to death at the conclusion of 1,000 years. That's you, your women, and your kids. You're all wicked. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. So they don't like us, but there's not a damn thing they can do about it. Nothing. They know our IP address, they know where we live, they know our history, our credit, everything. And there's not a damn thing the so-called white man can do about it. Because we are the servants of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And we speak boldly like lion. You are the damn devil, you are wicked, and you will get judgment along with the other traitors of Israel. You cowards. You weak feminine men. Let's go into the book of 2nd Ezra. This is the domination for the earth, because a lot of these nations, all these nations are following the so-called white man ways. Everywhere you go, they have tall skyscraper buildings, they celebrate Christmas. How the hell you can be a damn Muslim or an Islamic and you celebrate Christmas? Eating pork. The women do not want to cover their hair. You can't even turn on television without seeing every doggone woman twerking. Even little girls as small as this twerking. This is wickedness on another level. And you allow it. You go along with it. But let's see what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who you ignorantly call God and Jesus, out for you. Here it is. Sit down in that doggone chair, smoke a pipe, go in there and masturbate to someone playing basketball and now he pulls off. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, 7, verse 14. Let's see what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai have for this wicked earth. All you nations that bow down to this wicked devil, Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Colorado right now has a ton of fire going on. There's still a couple hundred container ships that are sitting out there. Okay? You have Russia have their back against the wall with NATO surrounding them with missiles. Unbeknownst to them, well, they do know it, that Russia have hypersonic missiles. Those are warheads that are capable of hitting the continental United States in 22 minutes. And it is biblical that the meats will be stirred up. Meaning what? They'll be prodded and prodded until they return and attack back. That's like someone come and push you in the chest continuously. You say, stop, stop. And they don't. So you knock them the fuck out. That is what Russia is going to do to the United States and NATO. And that is scriptural. Now Russia, Putin is asking the United States and around NATO to back off. They don't want war. But guess what? They don't have a choice. Because it is scriptural, they will destroy Great Babylon. The Chaldeans, Idumea, Sodom, and Egypt. All of these are the Wangabal name for America. When you understand that this wicked nation is very much in the Bible, Old Testament and the New Testament. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in these days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when those evils shall come? You don't want to wait till then. You do not want to wait until then. Yahushua right now is sealing his set elect. He's sealing the 144,000 men. He's sealing the 1/3 of Israel, from the 12 tribes of Israel. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and speckled bird. There are some of you that think that you're a Caucasian or you're white, when in fact, you may be an Israelite. So if you can hearken to this word, you hearken onto this. This is not about a color. This devil in power right now don't care who you are. He's oppressing everyone. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent a scourge for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourge. So the news has put you to sleep. You accept volcanoes, earthquakes, famine, and wars. As long as it doesn't impact you, you can accept it. As long as your belly is full, as long as it's not on the grounds of America, you don't care, you don't believe. Because here you are, feeling nice and good and cherry, with the great old pastor over there, putting you to sleep with bullshit, because there's a cookie table right over there with water. Okay? So there's no reason to fear. You still have food on your table. You're not running from your lives. You're not running for your lives from each other. Us, you try to kill each other for food because there's no food. But soon, you will get that judgment that will have you doing exactly just that. You'll see. Behold, victuals shall be so good and cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. You people are confused. You are confused. You're being confused. On one hand, they're telling you there's a pandemic. On the other hand, they're telling you everything's going to be okay. Just take this, just take that. It's all going to be good. But I'm here to tell you, you Hebrew Israelites, so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans, it's not going to be good for you. No. You're getting this judgment first. You will die in your stupidity and your wickedness. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is making it very clear. You're gonna die of hunger or the sword that's gonna kill you. Okay? And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Say goodbye to San Jose. Say goodbye to San Francisco. Say goodbye to Los Angeles. Say goodbye to San Diego. And to all these other wicked cities in this wicked kingdom. You're all going to be destroyed. All of you are going to chase each other down and kill each other for a scrounge of meal, for a slice of bread. You're going to eat your pets, or your pets are going to eat you. You're going to kill each other for food. Because that is the destruction that's coming upon this wicked kingdom. And here's the thing about it. Nobody's going to bury you. Hey, for example, I got news. Somebody contacted me via LinkedIn and said, hey, your uncle just died. We're trying to reach out to you. Why? What the hell do you want me to do? What the hell do you want me to doggone do? That's not a problem of mine. This spirit goes back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripe, and who shall thread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. So, just think of the worst movie you've seen, the most apocalyptic movie you've seen, and then multiply that by 100, because it's going to be real. So most of you couldn't run half a mile of your life depending on it. Most of you couldn't walk around with 70 pounds on your back for 10 miles if your life depended on it. Most of you can't go a couple days without eating and have to run for your life if your life depended on it. You see, you're fat, you're weak, and you're soft, and you're dependent on the so-called white man to give you nourishment, which reality is giving you shit, but you're content with that. That's all going to be gone. You're going to be chasing each other to eat each other. The strong will survive temporarily. Even so, in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. So people are going to be going house to house with guns, knives, whatever, to search for food. That's right. You're not going to be able to sleep comfortably. People are going to kick your doors down searching for food. That's what it's going to come down to. Food. That's the final frontier of America. The lack of bread. And this is that judgment that's coming to you wicked people. Especially you wicked blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're going to get it first. And when you try to go in the East Source neighborhood, when you try to go in the so-called white man or the Asians or the Middle Eastern's neighborhood to go take their stuff, they're going to be waiting with you. They're going to be waiting for you with a shotgun. You see, last year, a lot of them went and bought guns in preparation for you niggas and you spicks and you wetbacks to try to take their shit from them. That's right. I'm going to bring it on raw to you, because that's exactly what you are. And that's what they think of you. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and our ways and all our paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travail through therethrough. No man is going to travel through, so imagine, nobody's lawn mowing these grass anymore. See, these trees, they can grow real fast. They'll turn around and these trees will destroy this building, because there's not going to be any landscaping. So that's going to make it even harder for you to escape. Okay? You're not going to have this manicure, pretty place anymore. You're going to be running for your lives. A lot of you fat people are going to look really good because you're going to lose a lot of weight. Or when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently sneak through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search the house with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the field thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel thereof. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. Women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. So when World War III kick off, see, America has never really been in a real war. Never really been in a real war. They crept up on Japan, dropped a couple of bombs after Japan was 99% defeated. Okay? And they glorified themselves with their accomplishment. They've managed to slip in all these nations with their embassies, build bases all across the earth. Okay? And speak to all these kings, these kings of these nations, and to allow them to squat. Now that's been allowed by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Yahushai has allowed that. Why? Because he wants to give Esau a fighting chance. He's going to have fun with Esau when he returns to show his glory. Okay? But when that World War III kick off, a lot of you women are going to become widows. There ain't going to be enough men left for you to find for a husband or to take care of you. You're going to be left to defend for yourselves. Because the American military, while it looks great, it's soft as poodle poop. And it's going to be destroyed by the Medes, known as the Russians. Let's continue. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. See what I told you? Why? Most of your soldiers or your service members that are deploying, they come back overweight and fat. Why? They just go sit overseas and play video games, eat, and masturbate to porn. They ain't really fighting. It's all bullshit. But see, the logistics is going to be cut off. They're going to die, and they're going to die of starvation over there. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord Yahushai. Behold, the word of the Lord Yahushai. Receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord speak. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack. They are coming. You don't have that much time left to tarry, to bullshit. You don't have that much time left, Israel. Now is your time, it's your calling. Get out of it. Put down the weed. Put down the pipe. Stop drinking into oblivion. And stop listening to bullshit. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son. Within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. And you are seeing right now, these pains are right now upon this earth. The pains have always been upon you Israelites. But right now this pain is upon this earth. And all these nations will experience this. And especially here in Great Babylon, you will experience these pains. Hunger, pestilence, and the sword. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even unto pilgrims upon the earth. So don't have your heart set or staying in your nice home, your nice apartment, having your nice car, your nice job, at some point, when that evil come upon you, you will have to leave all of it. You will have to escape the judgment, the wickedness that is going to come upon the house of Israel. You so-called Latinos, Native Americans,
hell yeah,
and blacks.
Yes.
If you're a part of that, and you could also look, let me put it to you this way.
Hell yeah.
Because you could even look like a Caucasian, but you are part of this tribe.
Sean, if you look dark Asian, you're part of it.
Sean, what are you? Who's your grandfather? You Irish?
No, Spanish.
Spanish. Well, Spanish. So, what part? Like, not Spanish, but Spain, right?
Yeah, Spain.
Spain? What was your great-grandfather? Great-grandfather, you know your heritage?
Yeah, he's Spanish.
You know the original Spanish were very dark skinned, right?
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, there's a whole lot, man. The original European during the Dark Ages. See, that's a hidden history here in America, what they don't tell you is when you look at it. When you look at it, when they bring it out for like the history. Let's say, for example, say for what they call African Americans, they'll say the history starts from basically 1619 slavery. It started long before that. Okay, so during the Dark Ages, for 1,000 years, there were what you call the so-called black kings that were ruling that. So during the Renaissance, they even changed the picture of the El Mashiach. That's why you see, this is the picture right now that everyone worships, when in fact it looks more like this. Okay, so they've hidden that from the world. It is now coming down. This is the reason why you see all the statues are coming down. You see now, okay. The children are waking up and saying, we have inherited lies. That's why there's a great divide. Why is it that you think, you might think of yourself a little bit different? So now, from outside appearance, you look at the Caucasian, or what they call a white man. But your spirit might be that of a Hebrew Israelite. Meaning, in fact, you might be one of these on the side, right here. See, we've been scattered all across this earth. Basically, your skin is dark.
So like basically my skin is dark skin.
We have a lot of Caucasians, or what you call Caucasians, or white, what are actually in the biblical, the true biblical tribe of Edomites that actually are darker than me, and they have the wicked spirit of Cain. See, Cain killed his brother Abel. Okay. Also Esau, who is promised to go kill Jacob. Jacob isn't the Jacob. Name was changed to Israel. Okay. So you have that spirit. You have a wicked spirit on you. So during the time of slavery, you had a lot of rape, basically. Okay. So a lot of people they're claiming to be so-called. Okay, what do you think Obama is? Oh, yeah. That's what we do now. You can go to a site called Akium.com. That's what you see.
I don't know, G, it's not coming up.
Yeah. Or type in Akium.com. Type in Akium.com. That's
I don't even know how to spell Akium.
Okay. AHCHYAM.com. So you go to Akium.com. Also so there it is. That's what I have today. It's pretty quiet today. Very, very quiet. Not too many out here. And I think a lot of people just I think a lot of people are doing a lot of they're still in that New Year's Christmas spirit. So I don't have the usual crowd out here. In fact, actually the brothers, well, I don't want to say brothers, but the guys that usually come out here, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, there was some brothers out here with the fringes. You know, obviously they follow IUIC and those. They didn't come back this time around. So obviously, you know, they have that spirit where they're not, you know, they weren't serious. You know, they were out here. They wanted to be, you know, continue to come out here, but they, of course, they didn't show up. But that was all I had. That's all I had for this weekend. I'm gonna be uploading this up real soon. So I'd like to close out by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the teachers that listen to apostles from Great Millstone. Also to the brothers out there that put out this truth faithfully, fearlessly, daily. And to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom. Until the next time.